Is that new UCS Death Star set to release this year worth that mortgage payment? Is it worth that new car down payment? Hey, is it worth that trip to Bora Bora? Is it worth a trip to Disneyland for the kids? Let's find out.
Alright guys, today we are going to go over that UCS Death Star set to release later this year. Is it worth that $1,000 payment? And are we going to get it? In my opinion, yes, I'm going to grab it. I'm super excited. I saved up a lot of LEGO points, swiping that credit card, built a lot of rewards points, so I would love to get it, put that on my shelf. I feel like a kid when the new Call of Duties came out, and couldn't wait to get in line and go ahead, pre-order, and wait on those release nights. Now that's how I feel with this Death Star. So, best way to go ahead and compare is let's look at all the previous Death Stars. Starting with that Death Star 2 that was released in 05 and ran to 07. This original Death Star came with no minifigs whatsoever, released with 3,449 pieces, and retailed for a total of $269.99. Would I pay that much for this Death Star? No, it's just not as fun without the minifigure, so I'm going to put that on my X list. Now, the next Death Star that released in 2008, and that's going to be set number 10188, the Death Star that made its first appearance in the Ultimate Collector series. This one debuted with 3,803 pieces and actually came around with 24 minifigures, that being the Assassin Droid, R2-D2, we had the R2-Q5, C-3PO, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, Grand Moff Tarkin, Han Solo in the Stormtrooper outfit, a nice Stormtrooper, two of those actually, an Imperial Trooper, we had that Interrogation Droid, and Luke Skywalker, both with the Jedi Knight outfit, and you had him with the long hair and tan legs, and also with the Stormtrooper outfit. You got a little mouse droid as well, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Princess Leia, a protocol droid, and the Royal Guards with the black hands. And this one came out with the set price of $399.99. So a $400 set plus tax and all the shipping fees if you got it shipped and whatnot. So it was a pretty expensive set back in 2008. But was it worth it? The build looks really cool. It is the OG UCS, and the minifigures were the old style minifigures, which I think are some of the coolest minifigures. And looking at the new UCS Death Star and the price tag that brings, this definitely looks like it is less burning on the pockets. Now let's go and compare to the newest released Death Star, the one that came out in October of 2016 and ran until December of 2020. We are talking about the Death Star and the Ultimate Collector series, another re-release here, 75159. Now this one came out and retailed for $499.99. So we see a trend here, guys. The prices are just going up and up and up. This had 4,016 pieces, came with a few more minifigs, that being R2-D2, R3-M3, C-3PO, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, Death Star Droid, the Death Star Trooper, Emperor Palpatine. You had Grand Moff, Han Solo with the Stormtrooper outfit, regular Han Solo in his traditional vest, an Imperial Gunner, your Imperial non-commissioned officer, your Imperial officer, your Imperial Stormtroopers, your Interrogation Droid yet again, Luke Skywalker with his Tatooine kit, Luke Skywalker with his Jedi Master outfit kit, Luke Skywalker within that Stormtrooper kit, the Mouse Droid, of course you had Old Ben, Princess Leia, and again a couple of the Royal Guards. So not too much of a difference compared to the original Death Star that made its appearance with those minifigs. Difference in price, you had a few thousand, well not a few thousand, a couple hundred extra pieces that were in there, but then we see the price spike by an extra $100. So it leads the question, was that jump even worth it for an extra $100? Because originally you're getting only 200 more pieces and a couple extra minifigs and spiking the price. Both good builds because you have the full dome build, the full spear, unlike what is said to be released in the new UCS set, which is going to be half of it. But some of the things I would also like to point out, guys, is some of the biggest sets, guys, are the world map, the Icon's Eiffel Tower, the Titanic, which the Titanic came out specifically with 990 pieces. You had the Colosseum as well with 9,036 pieces. Now, when we are looking at the revealed UCS Death Star here, we're starting to see that this is going to be one of the biggest sets, even though it's only half a spear, with 9,023 pieces. So that's going to go ahead and knock off the number 5 on the list for the biggest pieces, being the LEGO Millennium Falcon, which has 7,541 pieces. So it's just following the Colosseum literally by, looks like, let me see here, a total of 13 pieces. It's only 13 pieces behind that top, well, not the top spot, the 4th spot, that being the LEGO Coliseum there, guys. So it definitely sparks a little bit more value. But the one thing that I would point out between the LEGO Coliseum and especially the Titanic gets 990 pieces, no minifigs, but when that dropped itself, that came out with a grand total of $679.99. Still with no minifigs, but it was a great and historical build. Still not even nearing the $999 price tag. So is the LEGO branding that specific and that great to drive the price to $1,000? And even looking at the Coliseum in that fourth place spot came out with a grand total of $549.99, trailing that Titanic, which this has more pieces than your UCS Death Star. No minifigs. So are the minifigs really going to be that expensive for this new UCS Death Star? Like I said, guys, I am super excited to go ahead and get it. This is actually going to be my first Death Star that I'm actually going to go ahead and own, go ahead and build. And I don't know how much the longevity that I can go ahead and keep this in the house for, just because my girl is tired of how many Lego sets I have. So I might either have to sell a lot of Lego sets or build this and turn around and sell it to somebody that would have more use for it than I would. Crazy thing is, guys, in comparison, now we have this being almost double the UCS Death Star 1 and the second UCS Death Star in pieces. Almost double. Well, double within each set, but a couple thousand more in total. Now the minifigures, we're going from the last set being 27 minifigures to a total of 38 minifigures. Now the one minifigure that I'm super excited for, if this is true to the leaked image, is that Stormtrooper, the beach Stormtrooper that you find as a hidden gem playing the LEGO Star Wars game in the hot tubs. Super excited to get that, and I think that one is going to be a skyrocket price because it is a unique character within this set. Other than that, you got Han Solo, Princess Leia, Old Ben, the Chewbacca's, and many other sets. Same thing with Palpatine and whatnot. So this is going to be a really unique set. I'm curious to see how this Death Star build is, knowing that it's just half. Is it going to be more playable? Is it going to have more options, more hidden gems, more secrets within it that is more open to where we can get our hands in and figure out what we are doing to utilize the play configuration and the model configuration within the set? Or was the Death Star 1 and 2 within the UCS series a lot better and a lot more presentable? You guys let me know in the comments below, are you guys going to get this? And don't forget, guys, please like, subscribe, and hit that alert button just so you can stay tuned. All the other social medias will be listed. And guys, love to hear your opinion and thoughts. I think a lot of people are hating this, but truly to me, I think it is a really exciting set. I would like to see the progression. I do like that it has a pack full of minifigures. And I just wonder if there's going to be a pre-order release that's going to be coming with it that is going to be worth it. Is it going to give us 2 or 3 extra sets to where that $1,000 We have a couple bonus sets for free that it's going to be amazing. Are we going to get a $150 gift card? What do you guys think about that? You guys can also let me know in the comments below. Anyways, this is definitely not a cheap set. It is one of the biggest Star Wars sets. Well, actually, it is now the biggest Star Wars set that's going to be coming out and released with the 9,023 pieces. But it's so interesting finding out how it's only half a spear. But we do see within the leaked images that there's another spaceship. You kind of have the diorama of where Luke is going up against his father, that being Darth Vader. But I wonder what the exterior part, not the interior part, is going to first show. Is this build going to be very stable? Is it going to be a great thing that I could hang from the ceiling with some fish line? Who knows? Anyways, I'm buying. Maybe you guys aren't. Peace, love, and pancakes. Adios.